Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's live stream. How is everyone doing? Check the time. Almost on time. Almost on time. I'm inching forward. I think the running joke was on time was like 4 minutes past 6 last year. This year it's sort of 2 or 3 minutes past 6. We're inching. We're inching forward. Thank you so much for each and every one of you joining me today. Always look forward to these live streams. I've been looking forward to this all week after last week's one. Had to cut short because I was going to the theatre, which was amazing. But this one I've been looking forward to all week. So thank you so much for joining. Now, before I get carried away, start talking about everything and getting into deep conversation, think best thing to do first is get the housekeeping out of the way. So let's kick things off by saying, if you're new here, we do these live streams every single week, 6 p.m. UK time, 7 p.m. European time, which is 1 p.m. East Coast time, 10 a.m. West Coast time, and someone in the very early morning if you're watching in Australia or New Zealand. And I always say, if you are, you get an extra special hug from me because that is dedication. On these live streams, we go through the comments in the order in which they come in. So I know some content creators, you have to pay to have your question asked and all that. We're not about that here. I'm mad about skin. Too classy for that. I like to answer everyone's question, but I go through them in the order that they come in because I think that's the fairest way of making sure everyone gets an opportunity to have their question answered. So if you do want to ask anything whatsoever, just drop it in the comment section and I'll get around to it as soon as possible. I want to give a big shout out to Tom, who once again is the sheriff in town, moderating on today's live stream, just keeping everyone in check. Now, generally speaking, we're a classy bunch. We don't have a lot of trolls. We don't have a lot of bots and stuff, and the bots we do have generally are quite nice, very friendly ones. But Tom just keeps everything in line, and I couldn't do this without him. So yeah, big thank you to Tom. So yeah, sending lots of love. Now, we've got a lot to get through today, I feel. Already the questions are coming in thick and fast, so I will get straight on into it. But we'll do some hellos first, and then we'll crack on with all these questions. So, big hello to Tom, to Melenthia, to Amy, to Saz, to Pinya. We've got Suzanne. Hello, Suzanne, welcome. We've got Annika. Great to see, my love. Hells. We've got Jan. Great to have you, Jan. Jessica, TNH. Scott. Wonderful to see you, Scott. We also have... Chris says scroll down quickly. Cassandra, Rita, Tanya, great to see all of you. Amy, wonderful to have you, my love. And so many, and Sweet Tea too, love you. So many of you guys. Before I get into the whole question scenario, let's just share with something that I got this week. So I've seen loads and loads of content creators talk about LED masks, and I've got an LED mask upstairs. I'm at home upstairs, and I use it a little bit, but not often enough. And I've been eyeing up one that I've been seeing a lot of people use and say is really flexible, really easy to use. And so I decided, do you know what? Let's give it a go. This is the current body one. I think actually they've done loads of sponsorships with content creators, which is the main reason it put me off, because I always think, nothing wrong with sponsorships. I don't do them, but there's no shade to people that do. But when I think something's sponsored, I'm always a bit like, I don't know, it just doesn't sit well with me. Anyway, did actually decide to try it. Obviously, zero sponsorship. And this is it. So this is the first day. It only arrived this morning, and I'm keen to give it a go and see what I think. I think it's quite scary, not gonna lie, but it is like a silica mask, so it does kind of fit. So I'm gonna, let me know my thoughts and feelings. Only arrived this morning, so I'll try it out this tonight. Use it. I think it says to use every third night. So I'll do it and I'll let you know what I think. It's got ones for anti-aging. It's got something for anti-acne. So kind of my two main concerns. In theory, should work. And I have had some good results with my previous LED mask, but I just never used it regularly enough. It's like the foot spa. Do you remember when we all had a foot spa? And now it's up in the loft or the attic and you never see it. It's the foot spa, isn't it? But, I'm going to give it a try and see. So what are you guys, what LED masks have you guys got? Have you got them? Have you been tempted? Has anyone tried this one? Let me know your thoughts. Anyway, let's crack on with some comments. So Amy says, I think YouTube might have cut the first set of comments off. So if they have, I'm not being rude. If I've missed your comment, it's not because I'm being rude. I missed it, so just post it again. I'm very, very sorry about that. Sometimes YouTube does it. But Amy, great to see you, my love. Says, happy Saturday, Mad About Skin fam. Love seeing recorded Rob before we get to see the live. Yeah, I didn't realise you could use the same recording as like an intro, like a 30-second intro to the live stream. Used it last week, and when I did it this week, I was like, oh, I can reuse the same one. All about those efficiencies. Send you lots of love, Amy. Sass, great to see you, my love. Pinya says, hi, so happy to be here again. We're happy to have you too, my love. Hope all is amazing with you. Suzanne says, hey, hello, Mad About Skin family. So happy to chat to you all again. Hope you've had a lovely week. I have, Suzanne. I've had a very productive week. This is the week where I feel like most of January was kind of catching up from Christmas. This is the first week where I feel like I've actually ticked some things off my to-do list, actually achieved something. So it's been a productive week, and yeah, we're all good with that, and makes me feel like I've accomplished something this week, which is my justification for the LED mask. I know that's not how it works. I know it's not how that works, but that's how in my mind I could make that work, if that makes sense. No. I know that's not how that works. Now we've got Tom says, yeah, doing great, retired, first out with a new puppy. Yeah. So I was going to say when I came on here, I was like, and Tom has some big news for us all. But then I'm worried that the rumour mill would go into overdrive and this big news would be something completely different. I didn't know how open it was. Yes. Big congratulations to Tom, who has a new puppy, who might just be the cutest thing in the whole, cutest thing in the whole world ever. And yeah. And what's the point of having a puppy if they don't keep you up all night, Tom? You've got a puppy when you get zero sleep. It's like having a kid. It's like having a newborn kid. But yeah, so cute. And I think if we badger Tom enough, we might get a picture on the Facebook group. Just saying. And, if anyone says, well, it's not skincare related, so can it go on the Facebook group? Oh, Tom, just stick one of the Mad About Skin sunscreens next to the dog and take a picture. And then it suddenly becomes skincare related. Which we love. Annika, great to see you, my love. I hope all is amazing with you. Yes, and until Lola the puppy, who I feel, if she was here right now, she would be the star of the show. Hands down, the star of the show. She's adorable. So adorable. Hell's great to see you, my love, and sending lots and lots of love all the way to Cyprus. And Tom says the puppy's sleeping at his feet right now. This is cute. Tom, take these moments when you can, these quiet moments, because from someone who has I don't think he's even a puppy now, but yeah, he's currently charging around the house. I can hear him chasing the cats around the house upstairs. Or the cats are chasing him, who knows? It's not peace and quiet. Jessica, great to see you, my love. TNH, wonderful to have you too. Jan says, wait, what is this stream trailer preview? Haven't seen that before. Thought Rob was super early. Oh, it's Jan. It's my way of fooling you all into believe that I'm early, but it's actually recorded from 3 weeks ago, and it just, it pads for me while I make my cup of tea. It's like the AI me that's kind of pretending I'm there when I'm absolutely not. And if you notice, it's the same one every single week. The intro scared me. Yeah, I think a lot of people do find it a little, let's just say, alarming. It's the intro is on time. I'm late. So if you check the time, if it's on time, it's definitely the intro and not me. Hello, Jessica Scott seem to have had the same freak out with the intro. Yeah, we'll see how long the intro stays. Stay or go. Let me know. Yeah, we'll play the intro by ear, I think. It's nice to welcome people to the live stream, but I don't want to terrify people to the live stream, which I feel is what it's kind of doing. See what we've got. Oh, I've just lost where I am. I'm going to try and desperately pad while I find my way. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Atticus is such a great name for Lola. I know. I think it's such a... And it's... the name Lola is giving sort of, sassy, regal fabulousness. And I think that kind of is very fitting of a Shih Tzu puppy. I definitely think the breed with the sort of the sass built in, I think suits the name to perfection. And TNH is right, we do demand pictures. Sandra says early for once. Yay! Sandra, earlier than me. I'm trying. This is the year where, slowly but surely, everything's going to be on time. I promise. Let's see where we're up to. So, Tom has relented and he's going to post a few to the Facebook page. Yes. which we love. We love that, Tom. Thank you. Hey, May, great to see you, my love. Great to have you here. So Suzanne says, our other dog growing up was a Cocker Spaniel mixed with a poodle. So not sure if a cockapoo. So cute. Loved. They're like fluffy, like mischievous fluffiness, aren't they? Love that. And Anna goes, oh, have I missed the post? Everyone seems to have seen the picture. Have I missed the picture on Facebook? I need to go check that out afterwards. Head over to the Facebook group, which, Tom, make sure you leave a link to the Facebook group in the chat so that people can join if they haven't joined already. Eloise says, evening all, sat here with a pear cider in my room while my daughter has all her teenage mates around. Oh, Eloise, love. Barricade that door. Put a chair against the door. Lock and bolt it. Stay in your room. Do not venture out would be my recommendation. Nobody needs teenagers in their life. Multiple ones. I think you're doing the right thing. I think barricading yourself in the room with a cider sounds like the right approach to me. I haven't got anything as exotic. I've just got my tea, but it's piping hot. And yeah, I am thoroughly looking forward to this because before this live stream, did have a little bit of a nap. And you know when you wake up and you think, have I slept with my mouth open the entire time? Because it's like dry central. We were very much in that vibe. That's too much information and I apologise. Sophie, great to see you, my loves. How was the theatre? It was amazing. Absolutely amazing. I love a good who's done it. And it's just nice to get out again. I feel like we've been all in our house. I know that, you know, the various lockdowns and things have been over for a year, but I think the whole world, instead of just like getting back to normal on day one, so we're all like, here we are. It was all like slowly inching towards like normality and things. And so I think sometimes we feel like we have kind of been locked away a little bit still. So it was actually just get out. I think that's my first time going to the theatre in so long, and I want to do it. Like that's one of my resolutions this year. Look out for the cheap tickets, because I don't even care what I see. I just like the experience of going. And sometimes I do like cheap tickets for like £15 for an evening. I'm like, that's a great night out for £15. So I'm just gonna take the plunge. When I see a cheap ticket, buy it, go and enjoy it. Absolutely enjoy it. So I fully recommend. Amy says, Rob, it's so nice to wait for everyone to get here. Rob, it's so nice to wait for everyone to get here. This is true, Amy. That's it. I'm not late. I'm just courteous, waiting for people to get there. That is so true. And Danny says, Jan just told me you're waiting for me. Danny, I said the show is not starting until Danny arrives. That is it. And that's it. So yeah, you're right. I wasn't being late. I was just being courteous. And that's me all over. Hell says, hi, lovely. Did you see Dr. Shireen's video on winning combinations? I was surprised to see retinol paired with salicylic acid. Okay, I saw this video before I went for my nap. I saw the video. I think it was like, she posted like 10 minutes before my nap, which rude much because I was already in that nap zone. You know, when you've got the covers over you and your eyes are closing, then I saw it and was like, needed to have posted an hour early so I could see it. So no, I'm going to catch it when I'm cooking dinner this evening because I love all her content. Fully recommend her channel. So she surprised to see retinol paired with salicylic acid. Oh yeah, actually, so I'm not against it. A lot of people say you can't use this with retinol, you can't use that with retinol, like the whole, basically you can't use anything with retinol. And none of it's really true. You can use anything with retinol, particularly if you don't have sensitive skin. So my skin is super resilient, sensitive to nothing, but maybe vitamin C. Everything else it's fine with. And so on an evening when I'm using my retinol, I can use anything with it. I can use literally any other thing. Exfoliating acids and everything, and it doesn't mind. I think for that initial period of using retinoids, when you first introduce them, absolutely you don't want to use too much alongside them. Similarly, if you've got very sensitive skin, you probably want to pare it back and not use too much in one routine. But for most of us, you can use anything you want with retinol. Salicylic acid is interesting. So if you use salicylic acid in a 0.5 or 1% concentration, it's actually really therapeutic, like really, really calming, soothing, therapeutic. So I'm creating a retinol oil at the moment, which is going to be the next launch in a couple of months' time. Creating a retinol oil, and in that it's going to have a 0.5% concentration of, well, 0.4% if we're being technically accurate, concentration of salicylic acid, and that's not there to exfoliate or do anything. It's there to calm and soothe. So yeah, it does in small quantities have therapeutic benefits, and retinoids with salicylic acid actually a really great pairing. I maybe wouldn't pair it with like a 5% salicylic acid, a 4%. I would probably cap it at like 1%, 2% if you really don't have sensitivity. But yeah, actually a really nice combination. And this is what you'll see. If you actually read the ingredients on a lot of particularly higher strength retinoids, you'll often see salicylic acid as an ingredient low down on the ingredients list. And that's that like therapeutic dose to just calm and soothe everything down. So yeah, I'm not surprised to see her pair those two together, but I can understand why people are surprised because we're always told not to use exfoliating acids and retinoids together. But yeah, I'm gonna go watch that video. I love her content. Quotes Poetry Love Life, love that name, says wrinkles reducing products for the under eye. Facial massage, number one. Massage, always into the tear duct because that'll help with lymphatic drainage, get that circulation going. I love the Azure Line solution by The Ordinary. That's one of my favourites. But I did a video recently looking at the Sunscreen 2 serum by Indeed Labs, which again I think could be a great product for under the eye. I would say, yeah, peptides. Things to gently boost collagen, so like copper peptides alongside and ceramides as well to boost the barrier function. So I would go for either the Ordinary Azure Line or the Sunscreen 2 serum by the Indeed Labs, but definitely facial massage first because that's free and it'll give you some great results. Christina, great to see you, my love. How are you, hon? How are you? Sophie said, over Christmas, Lucy Worsley did a mini series on Agatha Christie on iPlayer, which you'll enjoy. Oh, I need to see that. I didn't know that was on iPlayer. Guess what I'm doing when I leave here. Mind you, I can actually do it. I can watch it for the month of February. Yeah, because like on the 1st of February, I think it was the 1st of February. I was watching something. I was watching something on. I was joking with Tom about this because I was watching something on the BBC. And then I realised, because I never watch BBC ever, like I never watch live TV, I never watch BBC, and I never watch live TV. I always watch like Netflix. And I was watching something on BBC because it had been recommended, so I did it on the iPlayer. Then I realised I don't have a TV licence, because I cancelled my TV licence because I never use the BBC or watch live TV, so I don't need to have a TV license. I'm like, oh, save the £180 a year, don't have one. So I cancelled it like a year ago and I've never had one. And then I realised I was watching it, I was like, ooh. So I felt like my guilt crept in, so I went and bought one. So I was like, panic, bought one. And then I'm going to cancel because I'm never going to use it again. So I got it for the month of like February. So I can watch during the month of February. I can absolutely watch that iPlayer Agatha Christie thing. So I need to watch it in the month of February. So yeah, I started watching this program about 3 minutes in and was like, oh, no, not supposed to do this. And then switched back and then did the whole like, bought it and then restarted. So yeah, I can absolutely do that on Agatha Christie for the month of February, which is quite exciting. DD Squared said, what do you do about pimple scarring, dark spots left by previous pimples? So this is actually interesting because this is kind of, so scarring there's two types of scarring. There's scarring as in indentations in the skin, and there is scarring as in dark marks and discoloration. I'm assuming if you mean pimple scarring, you mean more like pitted, like pimples. Now this is really interesting because this is something that I'm going through at the moment. Well, let's go through in a moment. So for those of you that were on the chat, about 3 weeks ago, I had 2 suspicious lesions, moles, whatever, removed. One from here, which is kind of almost gone. You can barely see it. And one on the tip of my nose. Now this one healed to perfection. Like, it's got a tiny scab on it that'll fall off and it's gone and you won't even know, which is great because that was the bigger one and disappeared without trace. This one on my nose, I don't know if you can see, it depends on the light, is ever so slightly pitted, like indented, which is fine. Honestly, I had it removed because I needed to, so I didn't really care. But I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting. So I spoke to the dermatologist that did it and said, just out of interest, like, what would you recommend? And he said, let it heal, because actually when you have a zit and sometimes when it disappears, or there's a trauma in the skin, it disappears and it can leave a pitting in the skin. That often actually corrects itself, so it evens out over time, your body heals. He said do nothing with it. It's been a week since I noticed that, and it's about half the indent as what it was before, so it's doing exactly that as the skin naturally boosts itself and heals itself. So first of all, don't panic, because I think sometimes we see it, we're like, right, attack mode, do something. Actually just take care of the area and the body will do a lot of healing for you. You can also do things to boost collagen. So I said to my dermatologist, can I use the retinoid in that area, or is it too soon? He's like, no, go for it. So using retinoids can boost collagen, which again can minimize the depth of any scarring that you have. And over time, I went for my post checkup like my 2 week on checkup, and he was like, oh yeah, that's absolutely fine, that'll be evened out in a couple of weeks, don't worry about it. And it was like, oh, so I was like, oh, okay. So I think sometimes if we get a zit that fades and we look at it and it's pitted in any way, just give it time to heal and it should be fine. But in terms of boosting collagen for more long-term scarring, which is absolutely a thing, things that are going to boost collagen: high potency, high strength vitamin C's, retinoids, copper peptides, and yeah, hopefully that answers your question. Sen9467, I love that name, says, hi, I'm a big fan. Oh, thank you. Sending you lots of love. So I want to start my skincare game by using a prescription grade retinol. What would you recommend? I've been using the Drunk Elephant 1% with no problem. Well, if you've been using the Drunk Elephant 1% with no problem, you're on to a good start, because that is pretty high potency. If you were going to go prescription strength, I would... I'm assuming you don't have any acne. So two things. So if you've got any breakouts that you also want to deal with alongside the anti-aging, go for adapalene, different. If it's just anti-aging, then go for tretinoin. There's 3 different strengths. I mean, most people go in at the mid strength, especially if they've already used reasonably high strength over the counter, like the Drunk Elephant. Go in at the mid strength, and then see how your skin adapts to it. There's lots of... my advice would be... And obviously, if you're getting this prescribed, speak to your prescriber about it and, ask them all the questions you want. But if you're going to go in with a mid strength of the prescription strength, so the mid strength of the high strength, then make sure you don't just keep using it every night like you've been doing your previous retinoid. Still take it back a notch, maybe go in 3 times a week and build up from there. Because I think people say, well, I use retinol every night, so when I get my prescription retinoid, I can use that every night. And it's like, no, sometimes you get sensitivity again, so maybe pare it back just slightly and then go forward with that. But yeah, if you have the opportunity to speak to your prescriber, ask them all the questions. That's what I did with mine, and kind of work out a treatment plan. But I think you'd absolutely fine. I would go for tretinoin if you've had no problem with the 1% and acne isn't a problem for you. If it is, go for adapalene, which is what I go for, because I've got breakouts and I want some anti-aging, and adapalene just deals with both of them. Suzanne says, time for tea with glow to the gods, gorgeous job. Thank you. Just good lighting, Suzanne. Good lighting. But speaking of that, I am going to have a sip of my tea. So if you haven't already, oh, there's a fly in my tea. Oh, that's not the dream. Oh, bear with me, people. This is classy. This is a sort of professionalism we've come to love and enjoy. Bear with. Not good. Stop that. I'm a northerner. Anyone that's from the north of the UK will just still drink our tea. We don't care about that sort of thing. If you haven't already, you can minimise the chat, hop over to that like button, give that a gentle caress, because honestly it's the best way of supporting me as a content creator, and you know what, I persevere. Flies ain't going to stop me with this, we're going to keep going. And it might have been a bit of fluff actually, on reflection. So if you haven't already, if you can minimise the chat, hop over to the like button, give it a caress, and then when you come back to the chat, it takes you back to where you were, so you never miss out on anything. And I'm just going to take a big sip of this tea. So good. Ooh. Before we start getting into even more stuff, I forgot to say, I've got a list of things I'm supposed to say. First of all, I want to say a huge, huge thank you to every single one of you, because we crossed 95,000 subscribers this week. Like, the mind boggles. Every time I look at that number, I'm like, no, honestly, it renders me speechless. Thank you so much, like so much, for making what is like a dream come true. We're now, and we're actually a good amount over as well. I think we're 4,800 subscribers away from 100,000, so it's around the corner, and it genuinely means the world to me. So thank you all so much for the love, the kindness, and the support. It feels like it was only like 4 months ago that we were celebrating 60,000, and yet we're here, and it's absolutely mind-blowing. So thank you, just a big thank you, and yeah, I love you all so much. And it's also exactly a year, the anniversary of the launch of the exfoliating gel, so we wanted to do a little bit of a sort of like a celebration, because I feel like the exfoliating gel from the Mad About Skin line is a bit of an unsung hero. Like, it's the one that people, when they try it, they love it, and it's the one that has the highest number of repeat orders. So clearly people are like holy grails and love it. But it takes a lot of people to order it because they're like, oh, I'm not sure how it is. So I wanted to celebrate their anniversary by giving everyone a cheeky discount. So it's 33% off, so a third off at the moment for the next week, over on www www.madaboutskincare.com. We've sorted out, we've things are going really, really well with our new international shipping partner, which is great, which means that we've been able to bring down the minimum order amount in order to get free shipping. We brought that down, so on the front of the website you'll be able to see the minimum order amount and what that now is, and it's going really, really well with our new shipping agent. Things are turning around relatively quickly, and everything's tracked. So you guys wanted tracked shipping as standard, which it now is, which makes things so much easier, and it's just all, yeah, it's just going really, really well. So I feel like we've hit, 2023 off with a really, really good start. We say goodbye to Royal Mail. Hello to some new shipping opportunities with tracking. So if you wanted to try the exfoliating gel for the first time, or you like it and you want to order it, you don't need to do anything. You'll just see on the website it is just 33% off, and it's all there for you. So yeah, if it's one of your favorites or you've been keen, I guess now would be the time to give it a try. And yeah, for the next week from today, it's going to be 33% off to celebrate its anniversary of what I think is the unsung hero of the collection. I use it every single week, and I love it. And one of the questions we always get asked is, do you leave it on the skin or do you wash it off? So if you read the back of the instructions, we always take a cautious approach and say, so on the instructions of it, it says to wash off after a certain amount of time to then wash it off. That's for people with very sensitive skin, because I always want people to use the product responsibly. But if you've got a very resilient skin type like me, you can absolutely leave it on the skin. It self-neutralizes after 5 minutes anyway. So a lot of people say, do I use it? Like, do I wash it off? Do I leave it on? If you've got sensitive skin, you want to play it safe, wash it off, you'll still get great results. If you've got very resilient skin type, you can leave it on, you'll get some additional benefits, and it's also quite hydrating if left on the skin as well. So I just wanted to give a little shout out to that, to celebrate, being just, you guys have been fabulous and supporting so much. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for all the love you've shown that product. And if you wanted to stock up or try it for the first time, 33% off, which is quite exciting. Veronica says, hello everybody, I had such a tough week. Hope to be here with you all again. Can't wait for my order for her to be delivered. Veronica, I'm sorry that you've had a tough week, and hopefully your order will be delivered around the corner right away, so it can cheer you up. And I'm just going to send you such a big hug and lots of love. TNH is classy, is rather in the wrong live stream. Outrageous. Oh gosh, am I actually just at the start of the... Oh gosh, I'm so far behind with these comments. I'm going to have to speed it up a little bit, Hannah. I'm going to have to speed it up a little bit. Stephanie, great to see you, my love. Sending you lots and lots of love. Danny says, I want all of your glow, Rob. Gimme. Thank you. Thank you, Danny. We love you. Sweet Tea said, Tom, as per Amy, you are now the Sheriff Floof Daddy. Tom has got himself a new title there. Natalie, great to see you, says, I bought that mask in November. So far, so good for me. Ooh, yeah, let me know. Sophie's got the Omolux LED mask. Love that. I'm gonna persevere with it. I actually want to give it a good try, like properly use it, like so I can actually see what the results are, rather than using it once and then giving it a month and then trying it again. I'm gonna be on it, and I promise. And I'll give you guys an update. Soha, great to see you, my love. Sending lots of love to Pakistan. Kerry says, I've been using Apostrophe for over the past year. It's been reasonably priced. I'm dealing with hormone issues. Got some retinol with clindamycin, something else worth trying. Apostrophe, I have heard really good things about. I haven't tried them myself, but I've heard really good things about, like, their customer service is supposed to be really, really good. And I've heard lots of people say that they're enjoying their products, not too much irritation. So yeah, whilst I haven't tried them, I've definitely heard good things about Apostrophe as like an online retinoid brand. Jill, great to see you, my love, says, missed a few live streams, so glad to be back. We are glad to have you back. We love you. Annika says, Rob, my friend who bought the Mad About Skin moisturizer is obsessed with it. She wants to go follow Mad About Skin. Encourage her, Annika. Tell her it's the place to be. Thank you so much for the love and support, Mal. Yeah, the moisturizer, we're not allowed favourites. It's like having children. You can't have favourites, but we all secretly do. And I think the moisturiser and the sunscreen are my favourites from the line. But then it just changed because the cleanser's been out of stock and I have been really missing it. Like when I say it's out of stock, I don't actually have any in my house to use on my own skin. And that's coming back in the next couple of weeks. And I feel like there's a bit of like missing out element that makes me love that even more. Melenthea says, I feel like the LED mask will end up being tanning beds in 10 years or so. Oh, don't. Melenthea, don't even go there. The tanning bed, no. I remember back, when I must have been about 10 or 15, between 10 and 15, I used to walk down my street on a night at like 7 o'clock when it was dark, and everyone's window had like a purple glow to it. Everyone's on their home solariums. No, they never worked. And people used to have solarium parties. Like, and maybe this was a British thing, to be fair. But you used to like rent a sunbed out for like a weekend. Like, pay you money, rent this company to rent you out a sunbed, and you bring it around. You get all your friends around. Oh yeah, come and lay on my 3-piece suite and have a sunbed on top of you. Weird, weird. Amy says I've got the Omnilux. Oh, I need that one. I've heard really, really good things about. So Stephanie says a couple of doctors on YouTube did a review on the LED masks and they recommend it. I think there is some really good. Yeah, I think there is some good evidence to how it works, but it's quite an expensive purchase, which is why you've got to weigh it all up. Eloise said foot spa is under the spare bed. Okay, let's do a call to arms. Anyone that is an owner of a foot spa, an unloved and underused foot spa, get it out, fill it up, wash it out because you probably haven't used it for like 10 years. Wash it out and use it. Let's all make a commitment that this week we will all use our underappreciated foot spas. I think mine's in the loft. I think it's sort of like behind the Christmas decorations, next to like the old luggage that I really am never going to use again, but I'm scared to throw out in case I need it. I think it's there. Kerry says, want to say thanks for the Crave review. I missed the first version. I really was sad. Now I feel like I don't have to rush out to try it. US filters, snooze. Yeah, so this week's news was Crave Beauty are relaunching their Beat the Sun, which was their, if you remember back 2 years ago, they had the Beat the Sun sunscreen. Beautiful sunscreen. It used newer generation filters. It was so lightweight, gorgeous. Discontinued because it wasn't living up to their... it's living up to the SPF that the brand claimed. Actually, it wasn't a huge miss. I mean, a miss is a miss. I'm not excusing, brands should do their due diligence, do their testing. And, what we're buying, we should be getting. But it wasn't like Purito was SPF 50 and actually delivering SPF 9. It was in the 40s. So it's not saying that's right, but I'm saying it wasn't like a huge miss. So I thought they'd just tweak the formulation, put a little extra percentage here and there, and you'd kind of end up with the SPF 50, retest it, and you're good. I didn't think it was so far gone that they couldn't have just tweaked it. They've come back with a new product this now. So they've come back with this new, it's still called Beat the Sun, but it's completely different. So it's not old, it's old filters and not new generation ones. And the reason for that is they've decided to manufacture it in the US, and the FDA are so old-fashioned. They won't let you use anything new in sunscreens, which is why this is the sole reason why a lot of Americans use mineral sunscreens, whereas the rest of the world don't. I mean, you go to the drugstore, you go to the supermarket, drugstore, whatever, here in the UK, and there's like one mineral sunscreen, 2, 3 at tops if it's a big one. We don't use mineral sunscreens. Yet in the States, it's like it's that old approach that the FDA drive, which is why a lot of newer generation filters don't really exist. So I understand why they had to do it, but I think it's going to put a lot of people off buying it, which is a shame. So I would say if you're in the States and you want to be able to walk into a store, because I think they're going to be stocked somewhere in a physical location, if you want to walk into a store and get a really gorgeous and elegant US regulated sunscreen, the Crave Beat the Sun is a really good option. If you live anywhere else in the world, I just think the Neo filter is going to be a little bit better. But that's just my thoughts. What do you guys think? Melinda says, howdy from Texas, home of the world champion Astros, sending you lots and lots of love all the way to Texas. So, Melenthea says, Kerry, try the Mad About Skin sunscreen. It's the best, better than the OG Crave. Oh, thank you, Melenthea. That makes me very happy. And I know how hot you are on sunscreen and how much, you know a lot about sunscreens. That makes me very, very happy. Thank you. Annika says, I miss my LED mask, which I loved for 1 year before it broke. Thanks to my husband sitting on it. Annika. If that's not grounds for divorce, in the divorce papers sat on my LED mask and the judge would be like, yeah, fine, understandable. Annika, I'm very sorry to hear that, my love. Very sorry to hear that. I'm going to see what this one's like. I'll let you guys know what I think. Sandra said, I find mine very relaxing. It did have a shaving cut heal remarkably fast. Oh, that's quite good. I have the US higher dose that Dr. Shreed Idris. I have a good review too. I might check out her video on it. I do find it relaxing. And I think relaxing is a core part of skincare. I don't think, I think there is value to having a relaxing, session and experience and relaxing the skin. I'm not sold on the long-term benefits yet, but I definitely think there is some value to having, a relaxing, to having it be relaxing. And I'm kind of semi-sold on it. I'm going to use it actually properly and thoroughly and let you guys know what I actually think of it. Amy says, should we have a contest in the Facebook group, everyone wearing the LED masks? Oh, I'm up for that, Amy. Yeah, I am definitely up for that. Absolutely. 100%. I am quite competitive though. I will win. No. Stephanie says, I use the I don't know how you say that, LED mask every day straight off the shower and wear it while I do the getting dressed thing. I don't know if I see a difference, but that is quite a good habit to get into, using it every day so you're getting those benefits. Danny says, I took advantage of the great discount on the Mad About Skin sunscreen. I yesterday gifted a bottle of my stash to the best friend today. I got a message saying she's in love. Had a photo shoot and the pics are awesome. Thank you, Danny. I know, I do love that. Because that flashback is real. I've tried so many sunscreens. It looks gorgeous on skin. You have your photo taken like, oh, nobody wanted that level of ashiness. No. So that makes it, and I haven't actually had my photo taken in the new Mad About Skin sunscreen, so that's a learning curve. So thank you. I'm glad that it doesn't have the flashback. And thank you, Danny. We love you. I loved your friend too. Natty says, Rob, how is the gifted PSA serum? I'm thinking about ordering it along with other PSA products I've tried and loved, Reset, Panacea. Okay, so definitely do it imminently because they've got buy one, get one free on at the moment, and you might as well buy it while it's buy one, get one free. So I will say, don't leave your purchase too long. Definitely buy it while we're getting the buy one get one free. Gifted, love it. I think it does genuinely give you a nice glow. It's quite a nice gentle serum to use in the evening. It's like an oily serum to use in the evening. And it's got a little bit of vitamin C in there that's kind of going to complement the vitamin C you use in the morning. I love it. I think it's really nice. I think you do get a glow from it. I don't think it's like game-changing glow, but I think you get a nice glow from it. And if you're loving the rest of their products, I personally would try it. I think you'll be impressed with it. Some people say it's got a bit of a funky scent, but actually most of the, in fact, all of the PSA skincare products are unscented, and that's truly unscented. Not like these shady companies do, where they say, "Oh, our products are unscented, packed full of unnecessary ingredients to disguise a scent," but they call that unscented. No, PSA is genuinely unscented, and so you get the natural scent of the ingredients, which I think as consumers we should kind of be getting our head around. So some people say it's got a bit of a funky smell. I don't personally smell it. It doesn't bother me, but I did just want to call that out because obviously if you're particularly sensitive, nosed, or anything like that, you might want to think about that. But no, I think it's a gorgeous product. I've always had some really great results with it. And yeah, I'm probably going to reorder it. I was using the Fearless oil, which until everyone pointed out to me, I seem to be the only person that didn't realise this, was actually like a limited edition. So I've run out of that and I'm now using it in my evening skincare routine in place of that. I'm loving it. I hope they bring that Fearless back though. Donna says, hi Rob, first time here. Is there an eye cream that helps to fade dark circles? Thank you, Donna. Sending you lots of love. I did do a video on my favourite eye creams. I'd say keep it drugstore. Don't overpay. Nobody wants to overpay. So I would keep it drugstore. My favourite one at the moment, well, I've got three. I like the Revolution Pro Miracle Eye Cream. That's a great dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury eye cream. Works really well. And it's got some colour correctors in, so it instantly lifts dark circles. I like the Q&A Skin Seaweed Peptide Eye Cream. That's great. Takes a bit longer to see the results, but will definitely help with dark circles. And I love the Neod Fractionated Eye Contour Concentrate. Ridiculously expensive, but does work really, really well. Those would be my three top recommendations. And welcome, my love. Pinia says, this might sound weird, but it's been said that everything absorbs better on a full moon. So I put on that mask, apply the skincare products, you work extra hard, and enjoy the moonlight. It's not actually a bad theory. And if it works for you, Pinia, and it's relaxing, why not? Why not? Hanukkah says, I was the first to see Lola. It's a competition. It is a competition. And she's beautiful. So beautiful. Eloise says, oh, I'll start lining up my skincare with my cats and rabbits for photos. This is, yeah. So we always say on the Mad About Skin Facebook group, keep it skincare related. However, we're all animal mad. And so my way of getting around that is I want to take a picture of an animal and share it with people. Just put a sunscreen next to them, or, put a lip balm next to them or something. Take a picture. Done. Problem solved. Manuel, great to see you, my love. And yeah, you made it this time. We're so glad to have you. So glad to have you. International language, great to see you, my love. Says, hi, lovely Rob. Thank you. Sending you lots of love too. I recently got the ordinary anhydrous salicylic acid. How often would you recommend using it a week for the T-zone? And could I use the BHA in the same routine as my retinol? So you absolutely can use it in the same routine as a retinol if your skin's used to both of them. If you've already used salicylic acid and retinol successfully, you can use them in the same routine. I do. You've got a couple of options with it. So you could use it in theory, you could use it every single day, mix it into your moisturizer and apply it that way. If you're going to put it neat onto the skin, I would probably use it 3 times a week. That's what I do on my T-zone, and it works really, really well. I think any more than that, you might just be overdoing it. You might not get the benefits. If you want to use it daily and get into the habit, I would put a couple of drops in your moisturizer and apply it. That way, I find, A, it's got some nice oil benefits to boost your moisturizer, but you don't overdo it on the skin, which I think is always what I risk doing when I overuse salicylic acid. But yeah, I've got some really great results with it. Fully recommend it to everyone. I think it's a really great one. And I don't use the ordinary water-based one anymore. Don't need it. The anhydrous works on all areas of skin, oily and dry. Courtney said, most retinol products bother my skin, but I get along with adapalene. Over time, will that have any anti-aging effects? Yeah, absolutely. It's got, I don't think the anti-aging effects of adapalene are as proven as with tretinoin, Rene. But it definitely, yeah, it's definitely a high potency retinoid. It will definitely have some of the same benefits. You know, it's increasing cell turnover, it's boosted collagen. Yeah, it will. If it's what works for you, keep using it, and it will have some long-term anti-aging benefits too. Stephanie says, a friend sent his 13-year-old puppy to the big kennel in the sky on Wednesday. It's so sad. She was loved by so many. Oh, I'm sending you and your friend so much love, Stephanie. It is always, it's always so sad, and yeah, it's never a good time, but they bring us so much joy. I always like to think that 13 years of joy and love. It's still worth it, isn't it? It's still worth it. But send my love to your friend, and yeah, send him big hugs. So Tom says, thanks, Danny. I posted a few pictures on the Facebook group. She's thanking everyone for the Mad About Skin family. Yeah, new member of our Mad About Skin family, and honestly, we're living for Lola. Debbie says, love my current body LED face. Oh, that's the one I've got. I'm thinking, where have I had that name before? That's the one I've got. Use it every other evening. Definitely seen the benefit. Debbie, this makes me very happy. I'm trying it tonight for the first time. I cannot wait. Sabine says, greetings everyone. Couldn't be around for a few weeks, unfortunately, but now I'm happy to spend my Saturday evening with you and a glass of white wine. Sabine, enjoy that wine, and I'm sending you so much love. Jay Crider says, hi Rob, I just received the V-Green Seeker Serum from your recommendation. Wanted to get the 4 times collagen and vitamin C. Does this go on before or after my vitamin C? Well, first of all, so glad you're trying it, and I hope you love it, my love. I hope it's really good for you. I use it before, no, where do I use it? Wait there. I use it after my vitamin C, because I find that vitamin C, if I leave it on the skin, if I leave it on the skin, it can start irritating. So this kind of minimizes any irritation. If that works for me. In theory, it doesn't actually matter. As long as it's in the same skincare routine, it really doesn't matter. But if you want to follow my example, I use it after my vitamin C because I think it's got some calming and soothing benefits, which works best for me. So yeah. Let us know though. Keep us posted. Let us know. Stephanie says, congrats on over 6k followers on TikTok. Yeah, we're doing a bit. This is my other New Year's resolution. Do more TikToking. I'm trying to film. So at the moment, all of the shorts videos that I do for YouTube, I upload onto TikTok. So you've got like the same, so you can see it on both platforms. But I'm also trying to create some unique content for TikTok too. Video going up after this live over there that's unique to it. So I am trying to, mix it up a little bit. I can't remember what the handle is on TikTok, which is terrible of me, I know. So Tom, if you can remember the TikTok handle, if you could drop it. If you could drop it in the comments. If you haven't joined me over on TikTok, why not go over there? It's actually quite fun. Me and Tom have many a TikTok back and forth. I send quite a few TikToks. There've been some really good ones this week. Not of mine. I'm not bragging about mine. I mean just TikToks that from other people. And then me and Tom often send like 3 or 4 back and forth each day. Always some good quality there. Danny says, Rob, guess who got herself a bottle of Sunscreen too and grabbed as well a bottle of Nano Blur? Wouldn't know who that was, Danny. Couldn't even begin to guess. But people in the Netherlands who want to try it, 20% off at ICI Paris XL. Okay. So let's make that clear to everyone. If you're in the Netherlands and you want to get your hands on some Indeed Labs, 20% off at ICI Paris XL. There you go. Broadcast that, Danny, because that is a great saving. 20% off, what's not to love? And I hope you love that Sunscreen. A lot of people, when I filmed that video saying, because that video did so well, I think it got like, I think it's got like 200% the views of what a normal video would get in that time. It's done ridiculously well. So thanks for all the support on that video. But a lot of people said, so you've abandoned the Matrixyl and the Azuraline combo from the Ordinary or whatever. No. It's not about abandoning anything. It's about giving people choice what they want to use. I think my advice, if you're looking for the best anti-aging peptide combo, you're on a budget, go for the Ordinary Azuraline and the Ordinary Matrixyl mixed together. Great. Got great results from that for years. If you don't mind paying a little bit more and you want some convenience, the Sunscreen, whilst not exactly the same, has the same outcomes. just in one product. So it really comes down to price point and the amount of products you want and all of that, which is why it's not about saying you have to move from this to this or I'm abandoning this and that. No, it's about just choosing what's right for your individual circumstances, budget, and all of that good stuff. I I don't know. For me, it's the convenience factor of I enjoy it and I'm not mixing two. I don't have to have two products. It saves space on my vanity, which shouldn't be an issue, but there's a lot of stuff on there. And so I go with that, and I don't mind paying a little bit more for it, especially if you can get 20% off. But yeah. Annika says, I found the Indeed Lab series you talk about Look Fantastic. I got mine from Look Fantastic. It's like the only place in the UK that actually still has some stock. Should I order it? I've run out my Urine solution. Need a powerhouse with this tired face. Annika, you look gorgeous, my love. Let's get that out of the clear from the start. But yeah, I would say if you're out of your Azure line, now is the time to try it. You know, I would say to people, don't rush out and buy it if you've already got loads of the Azure line and Matrixel in stock. Like, don't rush out and buy it. But if you run out, I would try it. I think, like I say, if you don't mind paying a little bit more, because it does cost a little bit more mil for mil versus the ordinary Azure line and Matrixel together, but it's convenient. I feel like you get a little bit more, particularly hydration. I think it's more hydrating than the ordinary two together. So yeah, I would give it a go if it's within your budget. That would be my answer. Tom says, congrats on 95k here on YouTube. Thank you, Tom. Thank you. 5k to go. Steffi says, do you watch the Oscars? I don't because I'm not a big film buff. I like old films. I don't think they're going to be awarding, you know, an Oscar to a 1950s Miss Marple anytime soon. So I don't watch the Oscars, but I do always like to see what people are wearing. I always make sure I look and see what people are wearing. I love to see people look dressed up and gorgeous. So I do always look at what people are wearing, but I don't personally watch them. And there always seems to be some controversy. Every year it's like, should so-and-so be nominated? And I always think, I don't know. I get way off my head. I think I've got too old. I don't know who half of these people are anymore. This is when I was watching who was nominated, I was like, I don't know. Oh, but I did watch the other day. I watched, I'm going to get this wrong. Last of Us? Yes, that's the name of it. I watched Last of Us. It's like a 3-part like apocalyptic thing. It's on HBO, but you can get it on some other streaming services as well. It's getting a lot of praise. First episode, average. Second episode, good. Third episode, hands down, the best piece of television I have ever seen in my life. Like, the best hour I've ever spent watching TV. It was sensational. And Nick Offerman, who plays, if you've ever seen Parks and Recreation, he plays the boss in that, the grumpy boss in that. He was in it. He is one of the best actors I've ever seen in this. It was amazing. So yeah, Last of Us, if you haven't seen it and you can get access to it, watch it. Even if you just watch the third episode, I was in tears. I recorded a voice note for Tom straight after it. I had to walk the dog after it just to like compose myself. It was that moving. And I recorded this garbled voice note to Tom with like 15 minutes of, you have to watch this, it's amazing. It is good. So yeah, that would be my recommendation for like viewing at the moment. Marley, great to see you, my love. Says, I'm a little late, but I'm sure I'll catch up. You will, my love, and we're just glad that you're here. Amy says, 95k, woo! Thank you, Amy. Love you. Kate says, hello. I've been having some reaction with vitamin C serum and Azure line. Any suggestions how to still use the two together? Yeah, you could use them in different routines. So you could use one morning, one evening, or vice versa. You could try and separate them with a buffer ingredient. So you could put the Azure line on first, or the vitamin C on first, doesn't really matter. And then put something like a Centella serum in between, and then the other one on top. Those would be my two recommendations. And try and get them to work together. David says, I'm plodding through the rest of my sunscreen collection just to justify my hands down on the sunscreen. Thank you, David. We love you. Vastia says, hi, Rob. I love your channel. Thank you for so many advice. Question, I used Geek and Gorgeous Retinol. I love that product. And benzoyl peroxide. I noticed mini breakout, but I don't know what caused it. Also uses Azure line and Matrixel. It's probably not the Azure line and Matrixel. Probably not. I think it would be more likely a little bit of a purge based on retinol and benzoyl peroxide. Using those two together, which cause purging, can create a purge. But a purge is fine. Just let it happen. It'll cure itself, and see purging as zits that were always going to happen anyway. That breakout was always going to happen. It would have just happened over a longer period of time. The products have just caused it all to come out in one go, which, you know, get it over with in one go. So I wouldn't stress too much about it. Just keep using what you're using. Give it, 3 weeks. If it's still breaking out after that, then maybe think about switching things up, but just plow through. My recommendation is always just to plow through and give it time to settle. Suzanne says, another question, which is more hydrating and beneficial for acne-prone skin. Marine hyaluronics, V-Green Seeker Serum. Ooh, both? Is both not an option? Use them both together? I think if you've got if you've got acne prone skin and you're looking for hydration, I would probably go for the marine hyaluronics if you're only choosing one of them. I think because some of the elements in the marine hyaluronics have got some anti-inflammatory benefits which could help acne. I mean, both will work well. Both will hydrate, both will calm and soothe. Great if you've got acne, and neither of them will break you out. So I would say both are good. You can use them together for doubling down on the benefits. If you're just going to use one, I would probably go for the marine hyaluronics. It's like choosing between your children, isn't it? Both of those are my favourite. Eloise says, again, dose makes the poison. Salicylic acid, 10% is for removing warts. Yes, it does matter in concentration. This is the thing I always stress. Yeah, you can absolutely use anything together. Retinol, salicylic acid together, but I wouldn't use a 10% salicylic acid with a major high-strength retinol. You know, always think about the percentage. Great point, Eloise. Fully endorse that message. Annika says, we're going to see a chorus line in theatre tomorrow. I'm so looking forward to it. My sons are not. I've heard good things about that. So many good things. Yes. Annika, have fun. Oh, get your sons some popcorn or something. They'll be fine. They'll get into it. Who couldn't be captivated by the theatre? They will definitely get into it. Vasia says, kisses from Cyprus. Sending you lots of love all the way to Cyprus. Danny says, don't forget to like the video. Thank you, Danny. Yes, this is a good point for me to take a big sip of my tea. And I'm going to... then get on to answering as many more questions as possible. We've got plenty of time left to go. So if you haven't already, if you can minimize the chat, hop over, give that like button a gentle caress, and then when you come back to the chat, it takes you back to where you were, so you don't miss out on anything. And yeah, I know a lot of content creators say don't forget to like and subscribe. It's because there's this thing called the algorithm. YouTube judges your value and worth based on the number of likes you get. That isn't good. I don't think that should be the way it is, but until it changes, we play along. The more likes the video gets, the more widely it's distributed for people on the replay squad. So it's just the best way of making sure everyone sees this, and sending love to anyone who is watching on the replay squad. Christina says, apologies for not being as involved anymore. Changed my job this year and it's been so busy. I don't know how my skin will feel after it's done. Christina, we love you. We miss you, but we love you, and good luck with the new job. We know we're here. If you need anything, you need to vent, you need anything, you know we're here, and we love you. Christina, good luck with the new job. And the work you do is so important, and you are amazing at it. So yeah, I'm just going to send you so much love. And if I was there in person, Christina, you get the world's biggest hug from me. Kerry said, I heard season 3 of Happy Valley is coming out on BBC. Can't wait until then. It's in the US. Oh, is it? I have never seen it, but I've heard so many good things about it. I might check that out. And Nissa says, hi Rob, how's your Mad About Skin Cruelty-free certification going along? Love your sunscreen, by the way. It's going well. It's up to a 2-year process, so the money has been paid. I can say the money has been paid. Organizations, you can do, I mean, I can't remember which ones there are some cruelty-free certifications that are quite easy to get. You kind of just hand over the money and they kind of take a glance and say, yeah, you're good. That's kind of a bit pointless and makes a mockery of the whole thing. I would rather, if I'm going to pay, I'd rather go for something that actually has some meaning behind it, which is why it takes a little bit of time to go through. So we're plowing through. Supply lines get checked, suppliers, labs, all of this gets checked, which is absolutely how it should be done. So yeah, hopefully we'll be able to declare that. I'm this year, let's go for this year. I also say with cruelty-free certification, I kind of wish it wasn't a thing. Like, it doesn't need to be a thing. It's 2023. The world should be cruelty-free. You know what I mean? I always think it's such a shame that the brands have to pay money to prove that they didn't do something that's so outdated and shouldn't exist anyway. It's kind of a shame. I always say to people when it comes to cruelty-free skincare in general, if you're shopping in the European Union, that's a great example, or the UK, even though we've left, we stuck to some of the same rules and rolled them over. So if you're shopping from the European Union or the UK, you get animal testing is banned, so it's not a thing. The reason some companies that are based there aren't cruelty-free, like La Roche-Posay, is because they sell into China, which mandates animal testing. So they make a conscious decision to sell into a country where they know their product's going to be tested on animals, which means they're not cruelty-free. But most European Union-based brands, including my own, will be cruelty-free just by the fact that you can't test on animals anymore. So look out for where a product is manufactured, where it's stocked, and all of that, and you can kind of work it out. But yeah, the process is going along nicely. And I look forward to a world where everything's cruelty-free, because we don't need to test anything on animals. Like, what's that all about? What's that all about? So Jan says, smooth about the phrase TV license. Makes you think about the angry cops knocking on Rob's door asking, oh, do you have a TV license? Actually, you know what? This is a bit of a running joke here in the UK. Like, they reckon that they monitor, so they do send, this is really weird, like particularly when I cancelled my TV license. I didn't need it. Didn't need it. Didn't like it. Didn't. I don't watch the BBC. I don't watch live TV. And I checked really clearly all the parameters and was like, let's make doubly sure I don't, because I'm law abiding. I want to make sure that it's all above board. So I made sure I definitely didn't, and I was like, no, it's fine. The one time a year where I do watch the BBCs with Eurovision, and I watch it around my friends, and she's got a license, so I'm like, I'm good, I'm covered. So I cancelled it. Oh my gosh, the letters they send. Like, they just assume that, they haven't moved on. The BBC haven't moved on with the world to know that most people just stream stuff now. Most people have Netflix. Nobody's watching BBC. Like, their letters, and they're so aggressive. It was like, one of them was like, we will be taking legal action if you do. You need this. And I'm like, seriously? And it made me think, whilst I don't care, I actually don't care. I just told them up and was like, yeah, whatever. We have a right to put a van outside your house and check you're not watching the BBC. Like, they actually can do that. Like, they really can't. And they can sit in a van if they want, but like, whatever. They can't tell what you're watching. It's all silliness. But I just felt really bad because I thought there might be some older people. I thought of my gran, who if she got that letter, would feel genuinely threatened, and it was bordering on abusive. So I got really angry, and I wrote to my MP and sent the letter and was like, do you think this is acceptable? And sent this off. Because I'm thinking older people, or vulnerable people in general, like not all old people are vulnerable, but also like some young people might be in that vulnerable state in their life or whatever, and get a letter like that, and it was bullying. So yeah, it made me even more determined that I wasn't gonna actually ever do it. And then I relented because I wanted to watch this program for 1 month. I bought one for 1 month, which probably means now I cancel it again because I don't need it. I'll start getting all those abusive letters again. It's good fun. But I'm happy if someone wants to knock on the door and say, oh, do you have a TV license? That's my best Cockney accent. It's terrible. And I will say, none of your business, and slam the door because it's none of their business. But yeah, I'd like to see Jan. Feel free to come round and knock if you want. Jan, you would be welcome. You can come round and knock anytime. Robin, great to see you. Sending you lots and lots of love. Let's see. Let's see where we have. Look, doing that thing where I've lost where I'm in the chat. Bear with. Rita, great to see you, my love. Hope all is amazing with you. HRH Sophia the First is hello from the frigid state of New Jersey. Yes. Can we just say, if you're living in Canada, the northeast of the US, basically the northern US, I think the whole thing, stay warm and stay safe, because I've seen pictures and heard of the temperatures of things, and it looks very cold, very cold. So just stay safe, wrap up, look after your loved ones, and stay home. Send you lots and lots of warming vibes. Catherine says, how was the mousetrap? Agatha Christie is amazing. Death on the Nile with Mia Farrow and Evil Under the Sun with Diana Riggs is the best. Oh my gosh, we have the same taste. So one of my favourite films of all time was Evil Under the Sun with Diana Riggs. She is amazing. I loved her as an actress. The Adela Bradley Mysteries that she also did, that's a very niche TV show that they did here in the UK. Love that as well, and was amazing. I do love Death on the Nile. My favourite, Mousetrap was amazing. It's a great whodunit. Like, if you haven't seen it, you have to see it. It's so good, so clever. What would be my favourite Agatha Christie? If I had to choose a favourite Agatha Christie, if you haven't read any Agatha Christie before, and I say this is the one that you have to read, I would probably say A Murder is Announced, which is so clever. The way that is done is so clever. Basically, someone's reading the newspaper and they see, like in the personal columns where they advertise like free stuff, or come and get my lawnmower or whatever. And the column is like, oh, murder's announced, and they announce that a murder's going to take place in that person's house who's reading the newspaper, and she's like, okay, sure, what's happening? Anyway, and at 6 o'clock, and then everyone gathers because they're all like curious. I'd be there. If I thought a murder was happening like next door, I'd casually invite myself over at the time. And everyone's there, and then the lights go out, and then it all happens. So, and then it's about solving what happens. So that would be my recommendation. If anyone hasn't seen a Miss Marple or read one, start with The Murder is Announced. It's so good. But thank you, Catherine. Thank you for remembering the mousetrap, and thank you for your tip. I'm going to send you so much love. Yeah, and we have very similar taste in Agatha Christie. Krista says, what do you suggest for post BBL, next gen, IPL? Derb just says no actives for 3 days. I would go with the derm. I would honestly say, if you've got a medical professional that's working with you on something, I would take their advice to the letter. The number of times I've worked with a dermatologist on something and then just ignored them and then regretted it, I'm like, they know. So I would say, yeah, no actives for 3 days would be would be my recommendation. And then slowly introduce things. I think if you stop actives and you have a treatment, slowly introducing things back is a key as well. Robin says, poor puppers can't go outside today. It's crazy cold out there. Yes, I don't think, my dogs wouldn't go out if it's too cold. So I'm glad that I'm not living in the Northeast, because it would be accident central right now in the US. Friskenberg, great to see you, my love, says, is there any news about the orders which got stuck with Royal Mail? Oh yes, most are resolved. So we had a lot of orders sent out between like the 3rd and the 10th of January. Royal Mail had an incident with their international shipping. So basically, those parcels that went out in those days were held hostage by Royal Mail. They won't give them back, which is really frustrating. And they said, we can't ship anything internationally yet. We're working on it. 2 weeks ago, they said, we can now ship internationally, but it's very slow. We're going to do our best. Me and Tom have been checking and tracking everything so we can see exactly what's happening and what's going, and about 80% of them have now been delivered or are in the country that they should be ready to be delivered. So it's all gone. Royal Mail have been abysmal about the whole thing. They won't give you any advice, they won't give you any information, they won't give you your parcels back, even though they're still in the UK. They've been atrocious about the whole thing. And whilst I just feel really bad for other small businesses impacted by this, I have a platform like this to let you guys know what's going on, but there's a lot of small businesses that have been really, really impacted by this and lost out on so much money, and they just don't care. Royal Mail don't care, so I'm done with them. We've moved on. We've got a new shipping partner, and actually it's so much better. New shipping partner is slightly cheaper, so we can reduce the minimum spend for free shipping, which is great, benefits you guys, and you get tracking as standard, so you always know where your parcel is every step in the journey. So much better. Royal Mail, who are they? Never seen them. So I think there's a couple of outstanding orders that we're working on, and we're slowly contacting people to offer replacements and things like that. So we're working on it. Tom is the guru. So if I can't remember, if yours is impacted in that, and you still haven't received it, just use the contact us section of the website. Let us know, and me and Tom will sort it out for you. So yeah, don't worry, we can sort it out. We're in the final stretch. It's been way more stressful and way more time consuming than it ever needed to be if Royal Mail just did the right thing and gave the parcels or the money back. But they didn't. They decided to be jerks about the whole thing. And so we've just worked around it. But you know what? I just appreciate everyone's patience with it. But yeah, we've been using a new shipping provider for the last 3 weeks. Going really, really well. It's so much easier my side. It's cheaper, which means we can offer you guys a little bit of a discount. And it's tracked. So much better. So much better. Danny says, fly ×3. Sweet Tea said, fly her? Where's the spider bot when you need him? Oh my gosh, yeah, that would solve the problem. TNH says, so close to 100k. Yeah, thank you so much, honestly. We're getting there. It's very, very exciting. I need to think what we're going to do to celebrate when we get there. We need to do something, and I can't think what it's going to be. Get your thinking caps on, guys. Rita says, you should have glow to the gods. Patented it, maybe use it on your brand. Watch this space. Watch this space. Pinya says, what are we going to do to celebrate the 100k? I don't know. I need your guys' advice. What are we going to do? Suzanne says, how was the theatre last week? It's just amazing, Suzanne. It was amazing. I had so much popcorn. I loved every minute of it. It was amazing. It was so good. I recommend, we need a big Mad About Skin theatre trip. Yes, that could be it. Reve says, love the exfoliating gel. Thank you so much. And yeah, if anyone and TNH said just popped on the exfoliating gel, actually. Well, if you guys do want to stock up, try it for the first time or whatever, it's currently a third off for the next week. I've got a cat hair that's just sitting there. So if you did want to stock up, yeah, a third off for the next week. So just my way of saying thank you and celebrating a year since it launched. That year's gone so fast. International Language says, oh, exciting to be almost at 100,000 subscribers. I know. It's like pinch time though, because I genuinely never thought we'd get anywhere close to this. Anywhere close to it. Nancy said, I have some good results from your recommendation, Rob. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Nancy. I'm so glad they're working for you. What reasonably priced azelaic acid do you recommend in the US? Ooh. I'm less good with azelaic acid in the US because, let's see which is the ones. So for mid-price that I definitely know you can get in the US, Target do an own brand one, which is really good, but it's been out of stock for a while. But no, not Target, CVS. You can get it at CVS, I think. Do you know what? Nancy, cut and paste that comment into the main comment section, because I want to get the brand right. I don't want to tell you the wrong thing. It's either CVS, Walmart. There's an own brand one that's really good, so I'll find it and let you know. Naturium do an azelaic acid. They do an emulsion and a normal one. The normal one actually really, really good, particularly if you want a derivative. So that's available in the US, and really, I think you can get that at Target. So those are probably the two that I'd recommend. My favorites are the Revox one, which is a European brand. They're really, really good. The Mad About Skin serum that I created has 5% azelaic acid in, which I use in the morning as part of my skincare routine. So yeah, there's lots of options. Cut and paste that into the main comment section. I will let you know. I just want to get the right retailers right. Pinia says, yeah, Royal Mail is using my Mad About Skin products and won't give them to me. I think that might be what's happening, Pinia. We have actually started, we've resent with our new shipper, our new courier. Will be when they pick up on Monday. So we could do away with Royal Mail. Goodbye. Nothing. Apparently they're going on strike again in February, so that's going to create delays. So I was like, yeah, I'm just glad that we don't have to worry about that. We don't have to worry about that. Got a new shipping provider. It's all so much better. So Christina says, bad thing is the new job is in a huge hospital. I don't think I can order things here. And I never seem to get my orders on my home address. Someone must be stealing. Oh, Christina, we'll work around it, Christina. We will work around it. But I'm glad, hopefully they're looking after you and appreciating your amazingness. That's the main thing. Should I call by Christina and just tell everyone, Christina is amazing? Be nice to her. Hopefully they're looking after you and not overworking you, my love. Matt, great to see you, my love. Hope all is amazing with you. Tom says, yeah, Royal Mail has been glowing to the gods lately. Suspicious. Let's see. Cesar says, crazy news. I ordered from Stratia, America, to Slovenia, Europe. I received the package in 4 days. FedEx must be on energy drinks. Sometimes it just works out like that. Like, it's so bizarre. We sent something admittedly with Royal Mail. I can't remember who it was to. From the UK to the States, and it got there in 3 days. And they were like, oh, it's already arrived. I was like, what? How? How is that a thing? Sometimes, if everything goes according to plan, it can work really, really well. FedEx tends to be quicker. The only reason we don't use FedEx, like literally the only reason we don't use FedEx with the Mad About Skin brand is the price. So it would pretty much double. And because we keep the margins of the products down, it's not like we make so much money that we can then like absorb that, which is the reason we don't use FedEx, because generally they are really, really good in terms of the delivery. It's just the cost. You pay for it. It's the cost. So hopefully, like I say, by introducing the tracking for the new shipping agent, it'll just make it so much easier for you guys to know exactly what you're ordering, when you're ordering, where your order is, and all of that. So you can track it end to end, which is all good. Viking Dragon said, this is my happy hour every Saturday without the booze. We love you, Viking Dragon. That reminds me, I need to take a big sip of my tea. Oh, 99 likes. I think we can get over 100. If you haven't already, if you minimize the chat, hop over to that like button, give it a gentle caress, and then when you come back, it'll take you back to where you are so you never miss out on anything. And I'm going to take a big sip of my tea while you all do that. That is so good. That is so good. Now, we've got 7 minutes left of our live stream, so I'm going to get through as many questions as possible. I'm going to get through as many questions with you guys as possible. I'm going to do them a bit quick fire. Why am I so behind today? Have I been chatting and gossiping even more than usual off on a tangent? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be. I tell you what. I'll rechange because I set the premiere to go for 7:15. Let's make it 7:30. I'll just change that now, so I've got more time to actually get through some of these comments. And you know what we've gone? Do you know what I've gone with for the premiere music today? Spotif. I know we had that last time, but we all loved it so much. I'm like, you know what? Let's just have another week of good music. Spotif, it kind of gets you in the mood. It's action packed. It's great. So yeah, stick around for that, which is in 20 minutes after this live stream. We're going to go over to this week's premiere with Spotif music, and we're going to talk about dupes. Who doesn't love a good skincare dupe? It's all about cheap. Keeping it cheap in 2023, and I've got some really good dupes that I want to share with you. Let's see. Kimberly says, hello. I'm going to do a bit quick fire now because I'm so behind with these comments. I'm going to do my best. Kimberly says, hello. It's been a hot minute, but glad to make it today. Yeah, we've missed you, my love. Hope all amazing is with you. And sending you so much love. Christina says, oh, well, who needs Korean SPFs now that we have a Man About Skin one? Christina's going to be the face of the spokesperson of the Mad About Skin sunscreen. Done. I'm already signing you up, Christina. You don't have a choice. You consider yourself signed up. Now, how have I got to how have I done the thing where I've already missed I've lost where I'm in the chat again. I'm gonna blame this on YouTube and making it difficult. Oh, I'm really behind with the comments. We are speeding it up. It's gonna speed up. Solvig says I'm late today. Didn't get the notification for some reason. Oh, well, I'm sending you lots and lots of love. Sometimes you need to check that the bell is ticked next to the subscribe or notification thing. Check the bell's ticked. Sometimes that helps. We'll be leaving soon. The Norwegian Eurovision Song Contest finales tonight, and that's my family event in our house. Oh gosh, Solvig, yes, definitely. I'll be watching that. Can I come over? I love that. The Swedish one is actually the Swedish. I won't butcher the Swedish pronunciation. The Swedish final is televised in the UK. It's such a big thing. It's televised in the UK, so I always watch the Swedish one. I haven't seen the Norwegian one, but I love the Norwegian entry to the Eurovision about 4 years ago when that guy sung in one of the one of the. What's the correct term? I'm going to say indigenous. I don't want to use the wrong term, but you know what I mean. One of the languages, and it was so beautiful. It was so good. That was my favorite. Didn't quite win, but it's my favorite of that year. Let's see. Sweet Teeth. Wait there. No. Where are we at? I'm going to try and find where I'm in the chat. Bear with. Solvik says, I'm looking forward to receiving my Mad About Skin sunscreen. Couldn't resist the big buy one, get one free offer. I know. So many people went for that offer. It was great, which was great. I mean, I'm always glad to help you guys out if, saving a little of the coin, stocking up. But so many people bought sunscreens during that week, which is great. And thank you all for all your support. It's amazing. It means that we had the best month ever in terms of product sales in January, which is mind-blowing because usually January, not the best month for businesses. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. You guys are amazing. Christy says, don't forget the Mad About Skin cruise. The Caribbean is beautiful. And just think about how the Mad About Skin sunscreen will need. This is true. Yes, we might have to do that. Should we do like a brand trip? We'll just get us all going to the Caribbean on an exclusive cruise liner. Done. Krista, I'm on it. Pinya says, what are the Revolution skincare must-haves? I want to order an eye cream, but place the order big enough to save on the shipping. Ooh, must-haves from Revolution. So the eye cream, buy multiple of, because it's so good. They do a vitamin C 20% that I absolutely love and think is an absolute must. They can do some collagen eye patches, which are also really nice if you like an eye patch. They do the Sally Hughes collection. She's a beauty editor here in the UK, and she has done like a tea collaboration with them, and they do a placid multi-acid exfoliating toner. That's also really good. Fully would recommend that too. Those would be the must-haves for me. Love all of them. I've had some really... Oh, they do a really nice cleansing balm as well. They do a really good cleansing balm as well. I love everything Revolution Skin. I really do. Eloise, wait, just going to get to where I am. Oh, there we are. What are your thoughts on skincare expiration dates? Absolutely, you should stick to the expiration dates on skincare. It's there for a reason. That's the official line. I never remember what they are. No. You kind of know if something's spoiled. What you should do, when you get a product, because skincare expiration dates have a little pot with like a 12 or a 6 in there, and that means it's 6 months once it's been opened. So what you should do is when you open it, you should get a black marker and you should put when you opened it so you actually know what that is. Do I do that? No. Do I probably use stuff after that? Yeah. Officially you shouldn't, because it's not going to be working at its peak performance, but it doesn't just go off on the 6th month and spoil, so you get a little bit of flexibility in that. So I'd say if you can, don't buy in bulk so much that you end up wasting product, but also don't worry too much about it. Kind of take like everything, like food expiration dates. In the UK, apples have an expiration date on them. Like, you can tell if an apple's off. If milk has expiration dates on, you can tell if milk's off. Like, I don't feel like we need them, but they're a good, useful guide. Don't stick rigidly to them, but they're a useful guide, is what I'd say. Sabine says, anyone else fangirling when Rob is out their message? Oh, thank you. Taz says, hi, what do you think of the Absolute Collagen brand? I've heard good things. I've never tried them. They're on a list of ones that I do want to try. So has anyone else experienced anything with them? I would love to know. Augusta says, battling with melasma, please help, as hydroquinone gave me rebound hyperpigmentation. Yeah, stay away from hydroquinone, because it does tend to lead to rebound hyperpigmentation, or use it very carefully if you do use it. I would personally go for kojic acid. I think that's the most effective. Kojic acid is really good. You don't have that same risk of rebound hyperpigmentation. I'll look for something in a 2% concentration. There's lots of different ones out there. The Mad About Skin exfoliating gel has a 2% concentration of kojic acid, but there are lots of other ones out there. You don't have to buy mine, but I'd say that is probably going to be like the key ingredient that you can get in your skincare routine. Let's see. Patty says, I'm 14 and can't seem to clear my acne. I've tried everything. I can't help wasting money on products. Should I go to a derm? I mean, if it's really bothering you and you can afford and can access a derm, yes, it's a good option, but don't feel like you have to. Have you tried azelaic acid? That's what really helped me get on top of my acne in a way that other ingredients didn't. That worked relatively quickly and worked really, really well. So maybe give that a go, and if that doesn't work, then it's never going to harm to go to a dermatologist and have that, have that face-to-face consultation, and hopefully, just take it from me, I was acne prone all the way through my teens and even into my 20s and 30s. It does get better, my love. It does get better, and I don't let anyone tell you that it's only skin or it's only acne, don't worry about it, because that's the worst thing someone can say, because it does. It eats away at your self-confidence, and yeah. And it's all you can think about. It becomes all-consuming. It did with me. But I'm here to say, like, don't let your acne define you. Do try azelaic acid. Go to the dermatologist if you can, and hopefully, yeah, that'll work for you, my love. But keep us posted on your journey. Maru says, what's my thoughts on the new Purito sunscreen? It's okay. I just kind of feel like the world's moved on a little bit. I don't know that I'm that excited for it. It looks okay. The original ones were holy grails for people. I mean, admittedly, there wasn't really any sunscreen in either of them. They're more just moisturizers. But people loved them. I think this one, it's a bit disappointed. Their first launch a year ago was terrible, ashy, awful. This one's better. I would say it's better. But I just think there's better options out there. I'm not sold on it. Jay Crowder said, thanks for answering my question. Missed a few weeks. I was nice to be back with the family. Thanks, love for the USA. Love you, honey. It's always a pleasure. Tom says, yeah, the TikTok handle is @madaboutSkin. Well, that's embarrassing. I couldn't remember that, isn't it? Yeah, so half an hour ago when I was like... I can't remember my TikTok handle, @madaboutSkin. There you go, guys. So go following me. I'm just going to sit here and hope that the world swallows me up. How do I not remember that? Anyway, hop over to TikTok, @madaboutSkin. I'm over there too. Catherine sending love to San Francisco. Pinia says, oh, please keep posting the shorts here too. I can't use TikTok. Oh yeah, the shorts aren't going anywhere. There's definitely going to be, and still going to be doing the shorts. I'm really enjoying them. What do you guys, I know most of you guys prefer long form content, and that's what I'm going to keep creating. We're not moving to just doing shorts. But I know a lot of content creators have stopped doing full videos, just do shorts. I'm not going to do that. I love creating longer videos for you guys. So that's always going to be the case. But I'm also really enjoying the shorts and having so much fun with them. And so there is going to always be that mix of short and long form content. I think hopefully gives you guys the best of both worlds. That's what I'm aiming for anyway. So yeah, let me know what sort of videos you do actually like, and yeah, which ones you want to see more of, less of, and all that good stuff. Because I do always want to create things that you guys are actually going to watch. Jan says, wait, I meant to write, I'm a burly bearded man and never express emotions. Yeah, sorry, typo before. I missed that first comment. I want to know what that typo is, Jan. And I can attest, having been on a Zoom call with Jan, that he is a burly bearded man in all his glory. And that's why we love him. Simo says hi, sending you lots and lots of love. Jake Crowder says, more people hit the like. Just did, and it was at 46. Let's go to 100. Oh my gosh. We're now at 107. I am so far behind with these comments. I'm sorry. If I don't get around to answering your comment, just cut and paste it into the main comment section and I will answer them all after this live stream. Simo says, I just hit like, it was at 77. This is good. It means we've moved forward. We've moved forward, people. Sweet, So, Sweet Tea says, Sabine, Jan was talking about fangirling over Rob, which he doesn't do because he's alpha and he's dominant. I think that's fair. I think that's a fair assessment. I can attest to the fact that having seen Jan full beard in the most epic Christmas jumper I think I've ever seen in December, I was like, I had my full fangirl moment, and Jan, I had my full on fangirl moment. It was the beard, it was the gorgeous Christmas jumper, and the garlic bulb shaped cat bed. It was all working for me there. Love you, Jan. Courtney says Rob Swanson, love Nick. That's the name. Yeah, Ron Swanson, love Nick Offerman, so good. And Jan says, yeah, Nick Offerman is so too damn good. Yeah. So Jan, if you haven't seen it, Last of Us, such a good show. So good. He is amazing in that show. So good. Serena says, very late but great. It's hello, Serena, we love you. Sabine says, absolutely, Jan, you should be forgiven. Manhood restored. Sue says, okay, but can we talk about how gorgeous Rob's skin looks? I don't know. I'm feeling quite sweaty right now. The light's quite hot and the radiator's next to me. I'm feeling quite sweaty at the moment. We're going to call it glow, but I feel it's sweaty. But thank you. That means a lot. Thank you. Amy says, wait, I just missed the show Rob was talking about. Amy, HBO, Last of Us. Last of Us? It's called Last of Us. And yeah, Google Nick Offerman new show, but it's Last of Us, I'm pretty sure. And it is so good. So good. Danny says, oh my god, I love you guys so much. I do. You guys literally make me laugh. This is like sitting around. I wish we could sit around in person, having drinks as a family. It would be amazing. Batman says, apart from Giroline, is there anything else to fight the 11's lines without injections or going under the knife? Yes. Facial massage. My 3 tips are facial massage, Azura line, and I always recommend a really good hydrating serum. 90% of the issues with lines that I face are dehydration related. So if you can do something to boost levels of hydration, Seeker, I love Panthenol. Basically, I think I get as good anti-aging benefit from the Q&A Marine Hyaluronate Toner as what I do from any of the other things I use, because it's just plumping and hydrating the skin. Yes, it's temporary, but also it means that we don't have to do anything more extreme, and it works. So that would be my recommendations, my love. So Manuel says, speaking of marine hyaluronics, Revox has a great one. Oh, I need to try that. I love Revox. I'm really loving them at the moment. Jan says, I feel like we've been here before previously in one of our conversations. Huh? I feel like maybe we have. I think maybe we have. Now, I've got 9 minutes left of the live stream, so I'm going to try and blast through as many comments as possible. Let's go. Suzanne says, yeah, Danny, this live stream has me in stitches. Always does. It's always so much fun. So much fun. 2 Astronaut says, my lips aren't chapped, but they sting. Can you help? Might be some barrier impairment. Doesn't necessarily need to be chapped. I would recommend not putting anything on them. So don't put any of your actives on your lips. Leave them be. But then put something like beeswax can be a really good occlusive. Put an occlusive on just to seal everything in. People use Vaseline, which is fine. I prefer the Lanolips. I think it works better. Yeah, that would be my recommendation. Jan says, I feel like I have to quote the Breaking Bad now. I'm the one who knocks. Yeah. True. Danny says, poor Rob trying his best to filter out conversations. No, I love it when you guys chat amongst yourselves. I can filter. I read half them out and I get a laugh. That's all I want. I never filter you guys out. Lily says, I'm in New England and it was 0 degrees Fahrenheit this morning. It's like 12 now. But the wind. I know. I think the wind chill is what the problem is. So stay safe, my love, and warm up. Mr. Olak says, do you need to double cleanse if you don't wear makeup? As a guy, I'm a little confused about the whole thing. No, you don't. Nobody needs to double cleanse. It can be quite good facial massage, so I recommend facial massage all the time. So get a really nice balm or oil cleanser and work that into the skin, use it as facial massage, then rinse it away with a gel cleanser. So even if you don't wear makeup, double cleanse can help with facial massage. You don't need to. Half the time I don't double cleanse. I'd say make sure you have a really effective single cleanse and then double cleanse on the days you want to. That would be my recommendation. Jan says, also, you like extending my skincare routine so much, but you look gorgeous for it, Jan. That is the key thing. Donna says, do you have a recommendation for a lip treatment? Yes, the Man About Skin lip conditioner. Done. No, and that's not me, but look, I created the lip conditioner out of just frustration that there was so few good quality lip products on the market. Often they have eucalyptus, peppermint, things that actually dry out the lip. Why do we want to create more problems for ourselves? Which is why you get into that cycle of the more you use lip balms, the more you need to use them, and it just becomes like that vicious cycle. I would create the Mad About Skin lip conditioner because I actually wanted to create something with good ingredients in. Now, if you don't want to buy mine, you don't need to. That's one option. I also do like the Lana lips. I think that's a really good lip product that I do recommend to people and love as well. So you've got 2 options there, but just stay away from all of the things that are going to risk drying out the skin. And that's why I created, just out of reluctance and frustration, I created the lip conditioner because there was nothing good on the market, which was really a shame. 2 Astronauts says minus 43 Celsius where I live. Wow. That's cold. Wrap up warm. International Language says, I love that you get passionate enough to write to your MP, Rob. I've been motivated to write on a few different topics. I'm not sure how much it helps, but the actual writing helps. I think sometimes you just have to let people know. If something like bothers, most of the stuff I'm like, I'll get over that. But when I got those letters and they were really threatening, I thought, my first thing was, I don't care. I actually laughed. I was like, seriously, if they want to send someone to sit in a van outside my house to make sure that I'm not watching the rubbish that they put on daytime BBC, like, feel free, go for it. But then I thought, you know what? There's vulnerable people out there that this could really not work well for, and it was just so my mind went to that, which is why I wrote and got a lovely response back. And he said, We'll look into it and I'll write to the BBC and tell them. And to be fair, I think quite a few people did, because the BBC has since come out saying we're going to tone down our letters. It's like, yeah, maybe. But apparently like 2 million people last year cancelled the TV licence because they realised they didn't need it. So I think they're struggling for money, but sending like really nasty letters isn't the way forward. It's kind of not the way to win people round. Sweet Tea said, where I live it's slightly cool and sunny. It's disgusting. Sweet Tea, rub it in. Natasha says you have the most calming presence which to watch you rewind at night. Oh, thank you, Natasha. That's very, very kind. Catherine says, questions have a resveratrol serum with copper peptides and kakadu plum from Derma E. Oh, I love Derma E. I know you went over mixing vitamin C, but any thoughts on kakadu plum? I think so. First of all, I love Derma E, one of my favourite skincare brands. I think kakadu plum works, but it's not going to have the same potency as like a 20% vitamin ascorbic acid. So I think it works and it's a nice addition to a product. Do I think it should replace a 20% ascorbic acid equivalent? No, but not everyone wants that high potency vitamin C. It's about using what works for you, and I think there's definitely a place for it, and you can get some really great benefits. So yeah, I would say, if it's working for you, Derma E are a great and affordable brand, which I love. If it's working for you, go for it. Keep using it. And Derma E, I might do a single brand review of Derma E because I love their products so much. Now, before, I am going to go to the bottom of the comments and just read out some of the last ones, but I'm going to let the pupster in because he's whining at the door. I think he's annoyed that Lola's got so much attention and he wants his fair share of the attention. Come on in, you whiny. Right, come on. Say hello to everybody. Say hello. You're not the star of the puppy show today. I know. Outrageous. I know. Yes. Say hello. For anyone that's new, this is Lorne, my miniature Dachshund, though he's a lot bigger than the average miniature. So yeah, welcome, Lorne. Yes, who is awarded biggest jerk on planet Earth, aren't you? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. And he needs to be the centre of attention all the time. I see. So Jazzy says, I enjoy watering my plants and listening to you on Saturdays, Rob. You come in at noon at Texas. I love you so much. We love you, Jazzy. Thank you so much. Yaz says, there you go. Rob just vouched for me. I bet you're all feeling silly now. Yeah, nobody picks on Jan. Nobody. Or they have me to deal with. Jan says, hello, Mad About Skin family. What have I missed? Jan, so much, but we're glad you made it and we love you. Sending you lots and lots of love all the way to Thailand. Oh yeah, so we did, yes, we did we publicised it on the Facebook group. We always have our pre-Christmas drinks, the Mad About Skin pre-Christmas drinks. So anybody we'll do the same this year. So if you missed last year's Christmas drinks, wait for Christmas this year and we'll do the same little drinks party and it's all good. It was Christina said that Christmas Zoom call made my day. It made our day that you were there as well, Christina. We love you. Let's see. It skipped. Oh, do you see you getting your love now, Lorne? Yeah, he's happy. He feels that attention's been restored to him. Yeah, he's very demanding. Christina says, still waiting for my Mad About Skin lip conditioner. It's coming, Christina. I promise you. Telepathy. Wednesday. Done. Heard it here first. Pinia says, Mad About Skin lip conditioner is so good, even for the neck and the under eye. Thank you, Pinia. We love you. Nina says, greetings from Strasbourg, sending love to France, my love, lots and lots of love. Catherine says, hot dog, what a beauty. He's unique, is our Lorne. He's unique. Danny says, oh my god, Rob, you don't know what you've done to Jan's ego now. Boost it up, because Jan is fabulous and he deserves all the love and fabulousness because he's amazing. And Lorne is like his biggest fan. Where have you gone, dog? Oh, God knows what he's doing now. And you letting him in was a mistake. Christina says, eating your skincare. Yeah, dogs, I have to hold him at, he's a licker, so I have to hold him at arm's length. Right, Christopher says, I love the Christmas Zoom call, even though it was a bit scary. No, you can always show your face. Though not everyone, you don't have to show your face on there, but we loved it. So that is the end. We're now at past, so we're going to move everyone over to today's video, which is on some fabulous skincare dupes to kickstart 2023 with some good affordable options. So If you haven't already, turn your volume down because we're moving over. You don't need to do anything. You'll automatically be transferred. But you're going to go to Sportif as our premiere music. So turn that volume down. You're being warned. And I'll see you over there. So I'm going to send you so much love and the world's biggest hug. Love you. Bye.